up, guys? Welcome back. Episode 209 today. Yeah, 209. So another day, some more problems. Probably gonna be a lot of shorter episodes this week. I have, I had to do a lot today. I got my SSD replaced today, so cloned the SSD, got it replaced and everything. Lined up too, but gonna be doing some C++ programming. Hopefully, tomorrow or Thursday. Back to C++ programming on stream. I mean, I enjoy doing that more than web dev stuff, but yeah. Yeah, I think today what we're gonna do is we're just gonna look at some Leetcode problems. Because I have a technical interview tomorrow, I think. I'm pretty sure it is, but got a little bit of a technical interview tomorrow, so I may do a little bit of Leetcode, and gonna go study up and go to fix my C++ repo and everything, make sure everything's working properly. So yeah, probably just do a few problems today. So let me text back 1 second. Sorry guys, 1 second. I'm gonna text my girlfriend. My phone's on charge, dude, so I gotta do it on the watch. Yeah, we looked at this problem yesterday, compare version numbers. So maybe, it was a good problem. Checking the version size. Comparing the number. Interesting problem. Let's jump back and see. Maybe we can take a look at this problem here. This was a daily problem that we missed. Design a movie rental system. This might be a good one too. These are definitely some good ones that definitely I should probably take a look at. 83,000 accepted. Design spreadsheet. I need to do more design problems for sure. On a food rating system. Place non-code prime numbers in an array. Oh yeah, I remember doing this. That was Thursday or something. Take a look at this one. You're given an array consisting of positive integers. Return the total frequencies of elements in num such that those numbers all have the maximum frequency. The frequency of an element is the number of occurrences of that element in the array. So the maximum frequency. Elements 1 and 2 have a maximum frequency of 2, which is the maximum frequency in the array. Okay, so the number of elements in the array with the maximum frequency is 4. Okay. I feel like this is probably a pretty straightforward problem. Probably want to create like an unordered map here. Let's do int. Probably want to, let's put this on this side here. Maybe we might do a little bit of debugging of the project. I mean, working on some back-end stuff, but also told my buddy I'd play games with him tonight, so unordered map. You have to include it, maybe not. Let's call this like res or something, right? Okay. Anyway, looks weird like this. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. What do we want to do here? Well, we probably want to loop, right? So Let's loop through these values. Numbers.size I plus. What do we want to do? Well, we probably want to store res res I is equal to res nums I is equal to plus. Oh, what is this IDE inside the browser? Yeah, this is just some Leetcode problems, man. Just some Leetcode problems. That's what we're doing right now. So it's all in the browser. Yeah. Just I got a technical interview tomorrow, so I'm just kind of preparing for it. Trying to think. Maybe we can just do res plus equal to 1. Let's think about this, right? So we have our array here, right? We then create our map here. We map all our values, right? So, you got an interview tomorrow. Good luck, man. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it. Wow, okay, good luck for your interview, man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Really hoping for some good news. So, 2, we have 3. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Right. So technically here, I don't think we actually in C++ from memory. I don't think we actually have to check if the value is present or not. I think we can just increment by 1. Let's just create like a in max equal to 0 or something. Let's call it here return max. Just make sure this runs. Okay, I think that works. So looks like it. So here it looks like we're gonna have what, 1. We'll have 2 here. We'll have 2 here. Right. We'll have 1 and 1. So really now what we want to do is here is we want to identify what that number is, right? So we need to identify our max value. Maybe is there a way we can identify that max value? I don't think there's a max or anything, but trying to think here. The way I do this is I'd probably loop find the max and then loop again and find all the values that refer to that max. Maybe we can do that in one pass. Maybe we can find our max. No, we'd have to find it first, I think. So I guess we'll just do that. Let's like find our max. Hash map, right? So for value in jeez, man. Man, it's dark in this room. Trying to think about how we do this, right? I think it's auto key in res, right? If how would we access the value here? Man, I'm not sure how to move through map in C++. TS, PMO, ICL, GNG. I'm not sure what that means. Pair.second. Okay. If you need to modify the values, use non-const reference. We don't really need to modify the values, so we can just use const. Const auto reference. Auto reference key in res, right? And then we just want to do unordered map use. Yes, sir. We can do like if pair.second second, oh, whoops, if per dot second is, check if it's greater than what, our max. We can set our max to be equal to per dot second, right? So now we know what our max is, right? We then can loop over again. No clue you were doing. Okay. Just solving this problem, just finding the max elements in a map. Now we can look through here and we can go, okay, well, for const auto reference. Let's put on some music here. I always forget the music, man. For const auto reference, we want our what? I guess technically this is not key. This is pair. For const auto reference, we can do pair again. In res, we want to check. Okay, well, if, by the way, the chat, why is it black? Hey, good to see you again. Ayosh, what's up? Make 255, 255, 255. It's because over here it's black. That's why. It probably helps now when I change it. Let me see. I can't really. Yeah, I should probably make the chat a different color, but I don't know. My bad. I guess I have to take a look at that. But yeah, good to see everyone again. Ayosh, good to see you, man. What do you specialize in? What do I specialize in? I'm just still in university, bro. So I don't really specialize in anything specific. You know, my strong suits are, you know, web dev stuff. I'm working on a restaurant management system right now. But yeah, web dev stuff. I've been teaching myself C++, so I enjoy game dev. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head out since 2 a.m. So okay, see you later, Pagrana. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I'll sub and check tomorrow if you stream tomorrow. Sounds good. I'll be here, bro. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, so I'd say web dev, C++, Python too. You know, I'm familiar with React. You know, Node. Firebase stuff, Postgres. You know, I guess I just kind of said my tech stack, but working with Superbase in this project. So yeah, just familiar with web dev stuff, C++, Python, Java. So just enjoyed it. Just overall, just kind of just enjoy the code, man. Just passionate and doing my stuff. So thought I'd just pick up the camera and record my journey. But yeah, I'm still in university. This is my last semester. I'm just started looking for jobs. So hopefully gonna find something for January. So okay, so now we can check, well, if pair dot second is equal to our max, then we can just do actually we have our res. I think we have a res here. No, we don't. Let's do int count at 0. We can just increase our count, right? So count plus. Sorry, count plus are equal to pair dot second. And we can just return our count. Hopefully this runs. Okay, we're missing a colon here. Return C out, return count, can't spell. Let's go, guys. It ran, bro. Hey, Yosh, hope you get one soon. Best of luck. It's 5 a.m. here, so goodbye. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Yeah, dude. Hope to see you too, man. Thank you for stopping by. I have a technical interview tomorrow, so I guess we'll see how it goes. So appreciate your support, though, dude. So thank you for checking out the stream. Let's jump into some more problems. Maybe we can take a look at our top 100 most liked. What do we want to do today, guys? I don't know. Merge case sorted lists. LRU cache is definitely one that I kind of want to look at. Spotify here. You know, maybe we might take a look at this, bro. Why not? It's been a little while since we've done it. See if we can implement it, right? So it's been about a month, I think, since I implemented this here, August 12th, so what I remember from this is what I remember from this is that we have to use a linked list, and we use a hash map. You have a capacity. Shuzan, dude, what's up, man? Appreciate you showing by, bro. There's the case with positive size capacity. Okay. Get value. We have output value. Return the value of the key if the key exists. Otherwise, return -1. At least recently used LRU. Keep track of what was used when, which comes in privacy. Let's take a look, see how I did it. And we just initialize our capacity here. Get. Looks like we have a list, std pair int mLRU list. I have to look at std list. I don't know if that's a trying to think about this, right? So let's do like private m_ capacity. Oh, sorry. M_ capacity. We have our LRU cache. Trying to think, how did we do this over here? List. I don't know what it's called in C++. So it goes, what is it? M_ capacity. Right, so this is the general syntax. I always forget the initialization here. What does public and private mean? It's just this is a class, so these are the public, public methods and variables associated with the class, and this is the private section. So the private section is only available to within the class, but the public section can be called from in other parts of your code. If that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so I believe we need an unordered map, right? Could be different, but I'm gonna say we have an integer here, and trying to figure out what we would need here. I know it's a stood list, right? But what exactly the stood list is, I'm not really 100% sure. I've only really used stood list a few times. I'm still kind of learning about it. Obviously it is a linked list, right? But I don't know exactly what we would want to store in our linked list. Get your puzzle size and capacity. In key, return the value of the key if the key exists, otherwise return -1. Alright, so this void put in key in value. Update the value of the key if the key exists, otherwise add key value pair to cache. Ryan, dude, what's up, man? The number of keys exceeds capacity from this operation. Evict the least recently used key. Trying to think about the implementation for this. So maybe the stood list can be. I'm doing my college assignments. Ah, man, I'm sorry, bro. Over one, insert arrays splice if you have an iterator. Maps key iterator pointing to the list. So I'm trying to think here exactly how we'd go about doing this. We'd have a I'm wondering what we would store inside the list. That's what I'm thinking about the nodes, right? Like what exactly. Update the value of the key if the key exists. Otherwise, add the key value pair to the cache. The key value pair. So I think what we have to do is we have a stood list, but it holds a stood pair of integers. I think that's what we need to do here, but I am not really 100% sure, to be honest. Maybe a stood list even. Yeah, and we want to call this map, call it res, right? And then we would have a I guess this should be probably like m_res too, right? then a stood list with so we hold the int for the key and we have a stood list pair for this here. Trying to think, would we create the list here? Stood pair int call this like m_list. So I get here in get int return the value of the key if the key exists. So we'd probably have to loop over our map, right? So we have our unordered map here. We would loop over our map until our key is valid. If our key is valid, we do something else. If it's not valid, we will just return -1. So what we'd probably for auto reference pair in unordered map, right? Auto reference pair in unordered map. We then probably actually want to make an iterator, right? Like, right? Maybe not. If maybe not, let's see. If key is equal to, just how do we do this? What did we do before? Pair dot, what is it? First? Is something like this? Let's check. Why you have no job? Well, I just began applying and I'm still in college. I technically have a job, but you know, I'm trying to land a software engineering job, so that's my goal, and I've been doing this series while I've been in college, so yeah, just to document my journey. So I only started recently applying about 3 weeks ago for a position in January, so that's the goal. So yeah. Auto reference pair in unordered map if key is equal to pair dot first, right? Then we have found a valid key, right? We have found a value key. We have found a key. Right, so what do we want to do with that key? Well, we just want to return the value of that key. So what we would just return m underscore, what is it called? Res I feel like there's a better way we can do this, but m underscore res key. Right? Well, we don't want to return straight away. Trying to think. We probably don't want to return straight away. see what do we got here. What is this, a hash map? Still list. Let's do map C++. Is tech industry that bad in the US? No. I mean, I'd say it's tough, but I don't think it's bad or anything. Again, I only started looking for a job 3 weeks ago, bro. I've been doing this series just while I've been in college, so it's not like I've been applying actually for 200 days. Like, I actually have a technical interview tomorrow, so. Is the tech market falling all over the world? Dude, what is going on here? I don't think so, dude. I mean, not really. I'd say it's definitely tough, especially for entry-level roles, but I don't think it's anything crazy or anything. Like, I just find it, you know, I feel like I do well on technicals, but I, you know, just struggle. It's tough to get a first interview. You know, you definitely have to know someone or have a better way in, so. Matching a specific key. I think it's 1 and 0, right? Yeah, equal either 0 or 1. So maybe instead of doing this loop here, we can do, okay, well, if M hey man, are you familiar with recurrence relations? Can you suggest me a resource or something like that? I have an exam in the afternoon, watched so many videos, but not able to figure this shit out. Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't really have anything specifically for that, but I remember kind of doing that in class, but yeah, hey Yosh, I don't know how to help you, bro. It's I just keep working on the problems, find out with a specific key. Maybe this is what I need to look at. Yeah, I don't know. I just recommend just keep stunning, dude. Keep working hard, and you know the results will come. Like, that stuff's tough, so like, you know, it doesn't come to anyone naturally. So just keep grinding, bro, and keep watching videos and keep working on problems. But if there is a fine key. Oh, sorry, we had another message. My bad. Is equal to m_res.end, right? Because this is an iterator. Const iterator, const key. Arthi says, I've been trying to learn from tutorials, but I can't actually code. Simple basics. Simple projects, basic projects. What do you recommend? Depends on what you want to do. The first thing I ever started with was I show this to everyone that asks. I believe this tutorial was great. Oh, man, it's telling me to log in, dude. Damn, bro. Anyway, there's this full stack web development bootcamp that I did. It's the first thing I ever did, other than what I learned in college. Taught me a lot. I think it's Angela Yu or something. Yeah, this is the one I did. I would 100% recommend this. It's 62 hours of content. It's really good. It gives you projects in it too. You know, I'm trying to see here. It gives you projects, like, you know, stuff to do to, you know, solidify your knowledge and stuff. Would 100% recommend this, dude. It's about 60 hours of content. I've done the whole thing. Did it a little while ago, but would 100% recommend it. The only other advice I give you is just to start trying to make things that interest you. You know, like I come from Lua and Python. Well, C++ is incredibly overwhelming. You got any tips for me? You know, I also learned from Angela Yu. She is so cool. Yeah, dude, it's dope. It's a great series. Would recommend that. I've been teaching myself C++, so if you're interested in C++, I have a great series for you. I look at Chono's C++ series. He's a game development guy.
Hazel, the game engine that I've been...
He has a great C++ series on here. This one here, it's about 100 videos. I haven't even watched all of it. I've watched about 50 of the videos, but I would recommend that. I plan on doing his OpenGL series. I don't even know where that is, but I know he has one. Yeah, his OpenGL series. I'm gonna watch that myself. I'm working on that 2D game, and you know I want to make a 3D game after this, so I'm gonna try and look at some OpenGL stuff. But you know, I wouldn't like, you know, me myself, dude. I wouldn't look into like, you know, a specific tutorial video and you're just following someone and coding along. Like, you know, that stuff doesn't really help at all. You have to start making stuff that interests you, and if you're not making things that interest you, then it is what it is. This guy wants learning C++. This is the C++ stuff. The channel is pretty sick, not gonna lie. Yeah, I would recommend his series, man. He gives you all the basics, and then again, I would just go start making shit, dude. Start making shit in C++ that interests you. So, you know, return value and iterator requested to the element. You know, C++ is tough, dude. Like, I struggle with it a lot too. Like, it's nothing. Project-based learning is goated. Yeah, dude. That's what I would do. Return -1, right? Because then we know it doesn't exist, right? So this does not exist. It does not exist, right? Then we want to loop, right? We want to find something. It does exist, right? Did order... how much do you know about AI, image, MCP, agentic pipelines? You know, I don't know a crazy amount. I mean, I'd say I probably know a little bit, but nothing crazy. I know how to use AI. I like Claude Code and the CLI, dude. It helps. But you know, nothing crazy, man. I'm just a college kid that just, you know, enjoys the code. So. Iterators in C++. I think we need an iterator here. Iterator is a point-blank object. What it iterator? Okay. It. So here we know that this key exists, right? So I guess we can make an iterator for the key. What you like about programming? What do I like about programming? What do I like about programming? I don't know, dude. I just like making things, man. I like, it's really enjoying for me because it's just kind of like me time, bro. Like, I just get to like spend time on the computer and, you know, work on things that interest me. I think it's quite relaxing. I think it can be extremely frustrating too at times, obviously, but you know, I just enjoy that time. I enjoy making things. I enjoy being creative, and consider programming as kind of like a form of art in a way, I guess. But it's you know, I still have a lot to learn too. You know, I'm nothing amazing, but you know, I feel like I have, you know, decent talent, and yeah. That's my reasoning. Zaheen says, "Oh, good man. I would suggest taking a look at things like building a side project related to something of that sort." Yeah, I mean, I'm already working on a lot of side projects right now. You guys can check out my GitHub in the description. Been working on a lot of stuff. I'm quite busy with school and working on my C++, my interest in C++ right now. So, you guys should check out my GitHub. Give me a follow, dude. Would appreciate it. Maybe look better than what I am, but yeah. So. I don't know what I want to do. There is so much things. Just web programming alone has so much stuff that doesn't relate to each other. There's just no end. Yeah, man. I feel like with programming, you're just always going to be learning, dude. So, you know, just keep doing stuff that interests you, and yeah, man. I mean, you're always going to be learning. I feel like you're never going to know everything. You know, I don't think it's. Sometimes I think it's not even possible to know everything. You know, there's just so much to learn. So. I'm a doctor. Programming is my form of relaxation after work. There you go, man. There you go. So I'm not the only one, dude. But yeah. So the reason why we want to create an iterator here is because we have a stud list here, right? So let's take a look here. I believe there's some built-in function here to, I believe it's splice here. Stud list, splice, constant iterator position. Keep that open mind, helps a ton. Yeah, man. I just, you know, one day, like, I don't know. One day I just decided, you know, fuck it. Like, you know, I code every day anyway. You know, maybe I just turn on the camera for an hour or two, you know, 3 hours, whatever. Work on my projects, work on the stuff that, you know, I need to get done. And, you know, I thought social media is the best way to get noticed. You know, I don't know a crazy amount of people, right? Like, you know, it's not like I have a crazy amount of friends or people that I know that are in the same field that I want to be in. So I just thought maybe, you know, the best way to market myself would just be posting videos on the internet. So I just went ahead and did that. So, you know, it's been kind of crazy, the journey, but yeah, so it's been pretty cool. I'm trying to figure out what this does here. So we pass in our iterator. Do you have LinkedIn? Yeah, man. All my stuff is in the description. All my socials and stuff is in the description. So I began initially with C, C++, then I followed the trend, went into HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then later Python, then Linux, some other cybersecurity, then some math labs. Now I am back to Linux. Jesus. Yeah, dude. I decided to try out Linux too, bro. I mean, I'm not really a Linux bro or anything, but you know, I thought I'd give it a shot. I dual booted. I dual boot Windows and Linux, so give it a shot. So it's been good. I really do enjoy it. So so it looks like transfer elements other to this. The elements are inserted in position if any of the following conditions satisfy, the behavior is undefined. I remember using this because I have solved the problem before, but I don't remember how I used it. Because technically we have our get here. We want to return the least recently used, or we need to move. We need to move the least recently used item that we're accessing to the front. Hospitals need people to support electronic medical records, e.g. such as Epic. As someone who can actually program, unlike the people who work within these departments, you'd be an easy in. Oh, appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's just, I mean, bro, I just gotta, yeah, I've been applying, dude. So got a few interviews. It's just, I don't know, man. I only started 3 weeks ago, but it's definitely, you know, it's definitely tough to get an interview, especially for an entry-level position. Every Epic upgrade always breaks things. They badly need people, but no one knows about it because it's a slept-on industry. Yeah. No, I'm open to all things, but, you know, it's definitely tough to, like, if you guys want to go on my website, like, I have my resume here. I show this on stream, like, very regularly, but, you know, this is my resume here. I don't think my resume is anything, just cold call hospital Epic departments. Okay, yeah. You know, this is my resume. I don't think it's anything bad. I mean, I've interned at 3 places. You know, I went to college, got a 4.0. You know, I'm a teaching assistant. Have some projects here that I've worked on. I had a intern project here that I worked on. I was extremely proud of. You know, technical skills, and I played tennis in college. So, you know, it's just, you know, it's definitely tough to get those, just get those initial interviews. Maybe I will do that, bro, Justin. Thank you for that. Bro, what is going on here, dude? Still list here. So we want to splice. So we want the const iterator position. Reference to other the const iterator it. So the reference to the list, the position that we want. Looks like this is the position we want to transfer to. This is the reference to the list, and then the iterator where it's pointing to. What does how to use splice in C++ for stud list? Oh, it's from other into this, inserting them before the element to buy the position after the operation other becomes empty. Okay, so we create an iterator here. We point it to the beginning of the list, so we're pointing to 1. Stood advanced position iterator 1. Point 2 in list 1. Transferring a range of elements. You're in extreme dark. Yeah, I mean, hang on, I do, that is a good idea. I do turn on a light, so 1 second. Hey, yo. Dude, Matt, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I don't code in extreme dark, but, you know, it was light outside when I started recording. Sometimes I don't notice, but, so, underscore list dot splice, right? I think here I'm gonna pass in, here's Batman, don't worry about it. Yeah, bro, type shit, bro, type shit. Let's see here. Pass in the position, right? So, list dot begin. Then the reference to the list, so what is it? M underscore list. M underscore list, and then our iterator, which is it. Jeez, man. We want to return an integer, so we return -1. So this moves it, right? Moves to beginning. I feel like this is, I'm just not 100% sure this is how it works. Hey, first time watching the stream as third-year comp sci student. Good luck with your technical interview. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man. I'm doing a classic LRU cache problem, bro. I feel like that's something to be asked. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Thank you for the thank you for the nice comments, dude. Thank you, bro. Pause is not the range, it's beginner end. Yeah, get allocator is false. Show the element pointed by it. Okay, so here they use something similar. So list 1 splice. SCD out here. So they take list 1 here. List 2 dot begin. List 1. Like what here? We'd probably just return like this is a pointer here, so second. Right, because our key here holds our pair here, right? Our pair of integers, our key and our value. So we want to return our second. But I'm just not familiar if this is correct. Maybe this is where I jump in and ask Claude. It's the heart of the LRU cache. Moves the elements between lists. Position, where they insert the node. So we got that right. The list, the source list can be the same list. Iterator to the element being moved. Okay, so our iterator here is pointing to the node we want to move. This is the list, the reference to the list, and then this is where we want to move it to. So that makes sense, right? Because if it's least recently used on the list here, we want to move it to the beginning, where that's the most least recently used item, right? Because we get that item, then we move it here, right? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong, bro. What's up with you, Skywalker, bro? So it does not exist. Key is equal to... We return -1, right? So this is the case where it doesn't exist. We then create the iterator here, pointing to our key, because we know our key is valid. We then move to the beginning of the list, because we hold stood list as the value here in our key value map. Then we point in that list, we point to the beginning where we want to move the element. We have our list and our iterator, and then we return our its second, which is the value in this case, right? Or, oh, sorry. Its second, mres underscore key, the pair of integers, the key value pair. Okay, so I think we're getting somewhere. So I think this is correct. Let's compare. Let's compare to our solution that we looked at last time. So let's not look at the put. So looks like we did that. Splice. Its second. Okay, perfect. This is how we did last time. Oh my gosh, dude. Feel like this is a problem that I really want to make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay, so our put method, right? Let's think about it. So, update the value of the key if the key exists. Otherwise, add the key value pair to the cache. If the number exceeds the capacity from this operation, evict the least recently used key. Get and push must match each run in O1 average time complexity. So, we have our put here. We want to update the value of the key if the key exists, right? So, if the key exists. So, we need to check if the key exists, right? So, if m_res dot find key equal to m_res dot end. So we want to check if the key exists. Yo, Matt said to give you some tips. Try to do a kickflip, maybe. Appreciate it, Nathan. Thank you, bro. Type shit, bro. Type shit. Let me think here. Update the value of the key if the key exists. Otherwise, add the key value pair to the cache. Add the key value pair to the cache. So I'm thinking here. What's up, bro? Good luck. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Skywalker. Thank you for that. Linux Mint? Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Linux Mint, dude. I dual boot just to try it out. Anything wrong with Linux Mint, bro? Yeah, I am gonna give you a sub and like, my guy. Thank you, bro. Keep your work on, my guy, dude. Let's go, dude. Thank you, man. These guys have been chatting stuff since day one, bro. Type shit, bro. Type shit. No, Linux Mint. Linux is God, dude. Let's go. I ain't a Linux bro. Key does not. No, key does not exist. So if the key doesn't exist, the key if the key exists. Otherwise, add the key value pair. Maybe we need to make it. Hey man, what's up? What's up? 124 Sadif. How you doing, bro? So I'm trying to think here. Maybe you want to do does not equal, right? Because this means, let's start with that. Think about it a little better. Key does exist, right? So I'm trying to think here. So the key does exist, right? Update the value of the key if the key exists. So we want to make a auto it is equal to m underscore res key, right? We can iterate it to our key. We then want to update the value of the key if the key exists. Otherwise, add the key value pair to the cache. Trying to think, how can we add this to the cache? Push front. So that's an element at the beginning. Try to think here. So we have our key, right? It's pointing to our stored list here with 2 integers in it. What exactly would I want to do here? Trying to think, would I use splice here, or would I transfer elements from another list? Haven't maybe we would use splice again. M underscore list dot splice. Pass in our score list dot begin. Our underscore list and our iterator, we want to move it to the beginning. And then what? Probably just return, right? No. Pointing out an iterator, we'd have to change the value, right? So this is a pointer, so it second equal to value. Then we combine our list, right? Otherwise add the key value pair to the cache. So Steve here, how do you stay on it and not get burnt out? Because I'm about to start Leetcode from today. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just do it for fun at this point. Like I actually enjoy doing it, believe it or not. I think I've said this before, but yeah, dude. I just enjoy doing it. So yeah, I don't really get burnt out. I don't know. I'm usually doing this every day just to get better and working on my personal stuff. So, you know, just doing stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't really get any motivation or anything. I just go ahead and do it. It gets better, bro, as you get better, as you solve more problems. So, that's all I would say. So I'm trying to think here. We need to get the size here. Add the key value pair to the cache. If the number of keys exists, the capacity from this operation, evict the least recently used key. So first we need to check here, right? So we probably have to I don't know. I think there's a size here. Yeah, I did see it. Returns a number of elements. Size underscore type. So I do think we have to cast this from memory. So let's do int int m underscore list dot size. Add the key value pair to the cache if the number of keys exceeds the capacity. So if is greater than or equal to capacity, or I guess m underscore capacity in our case. And what do we want to do? We want to, if the number of keys exceeds capacity from this operation, evict the least recently used key. So auto last is equal to auto last is equal to m underscore list dot, so back here, access the last element back. I think this returns a reference to the last element. Yeah, so how would we just remove it? Is there a delete here? Nope. Remove, pop back, moves the last element. Pop back, is that all we got? Pop front. Where keys exist, capacity from this operation, I think the least recently used key. I gotta grab my phone, guys, 1 second. Let's see what we got here. You got M underscore list dot back. Unwanted map. What's the OS that you're using? I'm using Linux Mint, dude. Raise elements. Iterated position. What is this? M underscore res dot arrays lost. So here we check if it exists, right? So if it does exist, create the iterator to the key, we update the value, we then move it to the beginning, right? So that looks correct. Else, if it doesn't exist, we then want to check, okay, if the key exists, right? Sorry, not if the key exists. If the size is equal to the capacity, right? We need to create the iterator, right? We then erase that value, okay? And then we want to... Sorry, I feel like someone's typing in the chat. I always have to check the other monitor. Okay, so we erase the value, so that looks good. And then what do we want to do? We want to add the value, right? So... so m underscore res m underscore res key is equal to maybe we'd have to, because this is a list, isn't it? So this is the key value pair that we want to add, right? So man, what is this song, bro? Change up this song, bro. Where is our... Is this stood list? Yeah. That's the one that we want to look at. It sets a new element at the beginning of the container. Is it this one or is it more? Yeah, in place back, push back, adds an element to the end, constructs an element in place at the end. Pop back, sets an element. So maybe it's m underscore list dot in place underscore front. What do we need? Erase references are invalidated. Right, so I think we just passing the values in here, right? I mean, we're looking for two integers, right? So I think we were just passing our key value here. And then we have our map here. Right, we pass in these values here. Maybe m underscore res is equal to m underscore res key is equal to m underscore list dot again. I feel like we gotta, this is a void. Okay. So let's walk through it again, right? So we check if the key exists, right? If it does exist, we grab an iterator to the key. We then update the value, right, which is our second value because we have a stood pair in here. We then update the location of it to the beginning, right, wherever that is in the linked list or in the stood list. If it's not there, we check the size. If it's equal to capacity, then if it is, we then create an iterator to the back of the list, and we just erase it. I think that's pretty straightforward. I don't know if we need anything else there. We then m underscore list dot in place front. We pass in the key value pair because we know that it's not full, and then we create the key is equal to m list dot begin. I think that's good. I don't know. That's right. Probably have some errors, but okay, we got some errors here now. So expected. What are we missing here? Let's get rid of the stood. We don't really need this. I just a list pair res. We have a pair of integers. Let's run it again. Oh shit, we need an extra one of these. Okay, no matching function, splice. M underscore list. We have a stood list, m underscore list dot splice. And maybe do we have to, I think we have to, I don't know. Include stood list. I don't know if we have to include this. Is that why it's not? A matching function call to splice. I don't know why this is not working here. Stop again. Why does this not work, dude? I don't know why this is not working. Stood list. Yeah, bro, why is this not working? What the fuck? No matching member function. For call to splice. No matching member function. I don't think this is gonna make a difference, but no, dude, I don't know why this is not working. The issue is that you're trying to splice from underscores to itself underscores at position 8. This creates a circular rest that's not allowed. What the fuck, dude? It's the same thing. Wait, actually, you're so much correct. Good luck. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Array type 8 is the correct array type for your list. Dude, what is going on here? Why is this not working? Bro, I did the same thing here, bro. What is going on here? Imagine if stood partition. Yeah, dude. What is going on here, bro? Does anyone know why this is not working? I actually have no idea why this is not working. Like, we're gonna have to show quote everything, bro. Like, why am I getting this error, bro? Tell me, bro. I have no idea. Like, several issues. Any problems with the splice errors that your data structure declaration, but there are others too. Oh. You need to store iterators to the list of elements, not entire lists. Splice like that doesn't exist. Yeah, but WG, I'm pretty... That's what AI was saying, but it corrected itself. It's because I need an iterator here. I didn't know this. Use splice CPP reference. I did, bro. I have it, literally have it right here. Like, I've been looking at it, dude. I didn't know why. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, so error no matching member function for arrays. M underscore res dot arrays. We need to store iterators too. Maybe do we... What am I missing here? Void put... Oh, is arrays not actually erasing it? Maybe we also need this here. M underscore list, right? We actually have to pop it. Dot arrays uses an iterator. Does it? I should remember function. I'm still learning C++, bro, so came from doing these problems in Python, bro, so I come a long way. I don't know what my issue is here. Error called object int, not a function or function pointer. I don't know what my issue is here. Did I declare res wrong? No. So we grab the back. This returns a reference, right? We then delete it and erase it. You're ready to find the last removed element. Numbers removed 0, 1. It's a member. You can't call a member on an aggregate type. So what's the fix here? I'm not sure. I'm still learning, so I'm not goated or anything, not cracked. When using dot first as a member, you can't call it like dot first since it's not a function type. Oh, okay. So what is it? Just shit, man. So what is, yeah, it's just dot first. Is that my issue? Oh my god. No way. Is that my issue? That's crazy. Okay, there we go. Just dot first. Appreciate that, WG. I would not have got that. Sometimes I get confused, so. It's definitely tough doing these problems in C++. I've been trying to learn the past couple months, so still have a long way to go, but appreciate it, man. Let's see if this passes, actually, so. Okay. Sweet. Dot in place front needs braces to create an aggregate type. Okay. Thank you, bro. Appreciate your help, dude. Okay. That took a little while, but we solved it. But I'm gonna call it there. Appreciate you guys watching. Key value enforces the creation of an aggregate type. Then place back. Okay. Thank you, bro. Since the place back forwards the arguments to the Z tool. Okay. Thank you, bro. I'm gonna call the stream there, go. But appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for everyone. Thanks for all the nice comments, and thank you guys for stopping by. So appreciate you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, dude. Peace. Bye bye.